Porphyria's Lover by Robert Browning (1809–1849) The rain set early in to night, The sullen wind was soon awake; It tore the elm tops down for spite, And did its worst to vex the lake. I listened with heart fit to break, When glided in Porphyria. Straight she shut the cold out and the storm, And kneeled and made the cheerless grate Blaze up, and all the cottage warm. Which done, she rose and from her form Withdrew the dripping cloak and shawl, And laid her soiled gloves by, untied her hat, And let the damp hair fall. And last she sat down by my side, And called me. When no voice replied, She put my arm about her waist, And made her smooth white shoulder bare, And all her yellow hair displaced, And stooping made my cheek lie there, And spread o'er all her yellow hair. Murmuring how she loved me, she too weak, For all her heart's endeavor, To set its struggling passion free From pride, and vainer ties dissever, And give herself to me forever. But passion sometimes would prevail, Nor could to night's gay feast restrain A sudden thought of one so pale, For love of her, and all in vain. So she was come through wind and rain. Be sure I looked up at her eyes, Happy and proud. At last I knew Porphyria worshipped me. Surprise made my heart swell, and still it grew While I debated what to do. That moment she was mine, mine fair, Perfectly pure and good. I found a thing to do, and all her hair In one long yellow string I wound 3 times her little throat around, And strangled her. No pain felt she, I am quite sure she felt no pain. As a shut bud that holds a bee I warily oped her lids. Again laughed the blue eyes without a stain, And I untightened next the tress about her neck. Her cheek once more blushed bright beneath my burning kiss. I propped her head up as before, Only this time my shoulder bore Her head, which droops upon it still. The smiling rosy little head, So glad it has its utmost will, That all it scorned at once is fled, And I, its love, am gained instead. Porphyria's love! She guessed not how her darling one wish would be heard. And thus we sit together now, And all night long we have not stirred, And yet God has not said a word. End of Porphyria's Lover. This recording is in the public domain.
Prospice by Robert Browning. Read for LibriVox.org by April Gonzalez. 23rd of February, Cavite, Philippines. Prospice. Fear death, to feel the fog in my throat, the mist in my face, when the snows begin, and the blasts denote I am nearing the place. The power of the night, the press of the storm, the pose of the foe, where he stands, the arch fear in a visible form. Yet the strong man must go, for the journey is done and the summit attained, and the barriers fall. Though a battle's to fight ere the guerdon be gained, the reward of it all. I was ever a fighter, so won't fight more. The best and the last. I would hate that death bandaged my eyes, and forbore, and bade me creep past. No, let me taste the whole of it, fare like my peers, the heroes of old. bear the brunt, in a minute pay glad life's arrears, of pain, darkness, and cold. For sudden the worst turns the best to the brave, the black minutes that end, and the elements rage, the faint voices that rave, shall dwindle, shall blend, shall change, shall become first peace out of pain, then a light, then thy breast. O thou soul of my soul, I shall clasp thee again, and with God be the rest. End of Prospis. This recording is in a public domain.
Soliloquy of the Spanish Cloister by Robert Browning, read for LibriVox.org by Martin Geeson, in Haslemere, Surrey. Grr, there go, my heart's abhorrence. Water your damned flower pots, do. Oh, if hate killed men, brother Lawrence, God's blood would not mine kill you. What, your myrtle bush wants trimming? Oh, that rose has prior claims, needs its leaden vase filled brimming. Hell dry you up with its flames. At the meal we sit together. Salve tibi. I must hear wise talk of the kind of weather, sort of season, time of year. Not a plenteous cork crop, scarcely dare we hope oak galls, I doubt. What's the Latin name for parsley? What's the Greek name for swine's snout? Phew, we'll have our platter burnished, laid with care on our own shelf. With a fire new spoon we're furnished, and a goblet for ourself, rinsed like something sacrificial, ere 'tis fit to touch our chaps, marked with L for our initial. There his lily snaps. Saint, forsooth, while brown Dolores squats outside the convent bank with Sanchicha, telling stories, steeping tresses in the tank, blue-black, lustrous, thick like horsehairs. Can't I see his dead eye glow, bright as 'twere a Barbary corsair's? That is, if he'd let it show. When he finishes refection, knife and fork he never lays crosswise, to my recollection, as do I in Jesu's praise. I the Trinity illustrate, drinking watered orange pulp, in 3 sips the Arian frustrate, while he drains his at 1 gulp. Oh, those melons! If he's able we're to have a feast, so nice. 1 goes to the abbot's table, all of us get each a slice. How go on your flowers? None double, not 1 fruit sort can you spy. Strange! And I, too, at such trouble, keep them close nipped on the sly. There's a great text in Galatians, once you trip on it, entails 29 distinct damnations, one sure if another fails. If I trip him just a dying, sure of heaven as sure can be, spin him round and send him flying off to hell, a manicky. Or my scrofulous French novel on grey paper with blunt type. Simply glance at it, you grovel hand and foot in Belial's gripe. If I double down its pages at the woeful 16th print, when he gathers his green gauges, ope a sieve and slip it in't. Or there's Satan, one might venture, pledge one's soul to him, yet leave such a flaw in the indenture as he'd miss till past retrieve, blasted lay that rose acacia we're so proud of. Hi, zai, hein, there's vespers. Plena gracia, ave Virgo. Grrr, you swine. End of Soliloquy of the Spanish Cloister. This recording is in the public domain.
Song by Robert Browning. Read for LibriVox.org by Michael Dowling. Nay, but you, who do not love her, is she not pure gold, my mistress? Holds earth aught? Speak truth above her. Aught like this tress, see, and this tress, and this last fairest tress of all, so fair, see, ere I let it fall. Because you spend your lives in praising, to praise, you search the wide world over, then why not witness, calmly gazing, if earth holds aught? Speak truth above her, above this tress, and this I touch, but cannot praise, I love so much. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
Speculative by Robert Browning. Read for LibriVox.org by Amy Graymore. Holton, Maine. www.amysmindtoyourmind.com. Others may need new life in heaven. Man, nature, art, made new assume. Man with new mind, old sense to leaven. Nature, new light to clear old gloom. Art that breaks bounds, gets soaring room. I shall pray. Fugitive as precious minutes which past return, remain. Let earth's old life once more enmesh us, you with old pleasure, me old pain, so we but meet nor part again. End of Speculative. This recording is in the public domain.
Summum Bonum by Robert Browning. Read for LibriVox.org by Amanda Brewer. All the breath and the bloom of the year in the bag of one bee, all the wonder and wealth of the mine in the heart of one gem, in the core of one pearl, all the shade and the shine of the sea. Breath and bloom, shade and shine, wonder, wealth, and, how far above them, truth that's brighter than gem, trust that's purer than pearl, brightest truth, purest trust in the universe, all were, for me, in the kiss of one girl. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
A Tale by Robert Browning. Read for LibriVox.org by Algie Pugg. Perth, Western Australia. A Tale, Epilogue to the Two Poets of Croisic. What a pretty tale you told me once upon a time. Said you found it somewhere. Scold me. Was it prose or was it rhyme? Greek or Latin? Greek, you said, while your shoulder propped my head. Anyhow, there's no forgetting this much, if no more, that a poet, pray, no petting, yes, a bard, sir, famed of yore, went where such like used to go, singing for a prize, you know. Well, he had to sing, not merely sing, but play the lyre. Playing was important clearly, quite as singing. I desire, sir, you keep the fact in mind for a purpose that's behind. There stood he, while deep attention held the judges round. Judges able, I should mention, to detect the slightest sound sung or played amiss. Such ears had all judges, it appears. None the less he sang out boldly, played in time and tune, till the judges, weighing coldly each note's worth, seemed, late or soon, sure to smile. In vain one tries picking faults out, take the prize. When? A mischief! Were they 7 strings the lyre possessed? Oh, and afterwards 11. Thank you. Well, sir, who had guessed such ill luck in store? It happed one of those same 7 strings snapped. All was lost then? No. A cricket? What, cicada? Pooh! Some mad thing that left its thicket for mere love of music flew with its little heart on fire, lighted on the crippled lyre. So that when, ah, joy! Our singer for his truant string feels with disconcerted finger, but what does cricket else but fling fiery heart forth, sound the note wanted by the throbbing throat? Aye, and ever to the ending, cricket chirps at need, executes the hands intending, promptly, perfectly, indeed saves the singer from defeat with her chirrup low and sweet, till at ending all the judges cry with one assent, "Take the prize, a prize who grudges such a voice and instrument? Why, we took your lyre for harp, so it shrilled us forth F sharp." Did the conqueror spurn the creature once its service done? That's no such uncommon feature in the case where music's sun finds its lotter's power too spent for aiding soul's development. No, this other, on returning homeward, prize in hand, satisfied his bosom's yearning. "Sir, I hope you understand," said, "some record there must be of this cricket's help to me." So he made himself a statue, marble stood, life size, on the lyre, he pointed at you, perched his partner in the prize. Never more apart you found her, he throned, from him she crowned. That's the tale. Its application? Somebody I know hopes one day for reputation through his poetry that's, oh, all so learned and so wise, and deserving of a prize. If he gains one, will some ticket when his statue's built tell the gazer, "'Twas a cricket helped my crippled lyre, whose lilt, sweet and low when strength usurped softness place i' the scale, she chirped? For, as victory was nighest while I sang and played, with my lyre at lowest, highest, right alike, one string that made love's sound soft was snapped in twain, never to be heard again. Had not a kind cricket fluttered, perched upon the place vacant left, and duly uttered "Love, love, love," whene'er the bass asked the treble to atone for its somewhat sombre drone? But you don't know music, wherefore keep on casting pearls to a poet? All I care for is to tell him that a girl's love comes aptly in when gruff grows his singing. There, enough. End of A Tale by Robert Browning. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain.
White Witchcraft by Robert Browning. Read for LibriVox.org by Amy Graymore. Holton, Maine. www.amysmindtoyourmind.com. If you and I could change to beasts, what beast should either be? Shall you and I play Jove for once? Turn fox, then, I decree. Shy, wild, sweet stealer of the grapes, now do your worst on me. And thus you think to spite your friend, turned loathsome, what a toad! So all men shrink and shun me, dear men pursue your road. Leave but my crevice in the stone, a reptile's fit abode. Now say your worst, Canidia. He's loathsome, I allow. There may or may not lurk a pearl beneath his puckered brow, but see his eyes that follow mine, love lasts there anyhow. End of White Witchcraft. This recording is in the public domain.
Why I Am a Liberal. Read for LibriVox.org by Martin Geeson, in Hazelmere, Surrey. Why? Because all I haply can and do, all that I am now, all I hope to be, whence comes it, save from Fortune setting free body and soul, the purpose to pursue God traced for both? If fetters, not a few, of prejudice, convention, fall from me, these shall I bid men, each in his degree also God guided, bear, and gaily too. But little do or can the best of us, that little is achieved through liberty. Who then dares hold, emancipated thus, his fellow shall continue bound? Not I, who live, love, labour freely, nor discuss a brother's right to freedom. That is why. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
A Woman's Last Word by Robert Browning. LibriVox.org by Rhonda Fetterman. Let's contend no more, love, strive nor weep. All be as before, love, only sleep. What so wild as words are, I and thou in debate, as birds are, hawk on bough. See the creature stalking while we speak. Hush and hide the talking, cheek on cheek. What so false as truth is, false to thee? Where the serpent's tooth is, shun the tree. Where the apple reddens, never pry, lest we lose our Edens, Eve and I. Be a god and hold me with a charm. Be a man and fold me with thine arm. Teach me, only teach, love. As I ought I will speak thy speech, love, think thy thought. Meet, if thou require it, both demands, laying flesh and spirit in thy hands. That shall be to-morrow, not to-night. I must bury sorrow out of sight. Must a little weep, love, foolish me, and so fall asleep, love, loved by thee. End of A Woman's Last Word. This recording is in the public domain.